got on the beat.
First thing I wanted to say though is I heard a really good quote from Jim Larinaga from George Mason University, the head coach. He was talking about having dreams come true and getting his team riled up. And he said, you dream about playing your best against the best. And this was obviously the game before, or the game that they were playing against Ohio State, which we now know they got killed in. They started off great, but it just didn't look like they had enough star power to keep up with Ohio State. As much as I don't like Ohio State, they are a very good basketball team. So we'll start off with the UNC Michigan, or UNC Washington game. My stuff on my board here is kind of pushed together too much. Ended up 86-83, I believe. Very close game. UNC was losing just about the whole game. They ended up getting a three-pointer that put them in the lead and kept them in the lead for the rest of the game. Foul shooting was key at the end of the game. People that normally don't shoot too well, especially John Henson, who's only about a 60-some% shooter from the free throw line, made almost all of his shots at the end of the game to keep us ahead. So I think all in all it was a very good game. It showed us our resilience as a team, and it showed that we were able to keep up with a good team like Washington, who is very underrated, and have a couple early losses that kept them so low in the rankings. Next game was Duke versus Michigan. It ended up 73-71. I think Michigan should have won the game. You're in the championship, or you're in the dance. I mean, I don't understand why a coach would tell their guy to run in and do it as fast as they can with 9 seconds left on the clock and just kind of throw up a floater in the middle of the lane without anybody being down there to guard. So I would have just shot a three. I mean, they were good from three-point range the whole game, so why not, right? FSU beat Notre Dame. Big win for FSU. It's keeping my bracket pretty much perfect. I'm happy that this is going on right now. Ohio State beat GMU. I told you that before. VCU beat Purdue. I went out on a streak for that one and guessed, and I was correct. VCU is a great team. I've watched them a few times over this year, and I really was impressed by them. And I mean, I don't expect them to continue on this run for much longer. However, they are a very good team, and they do have a chance to do something that any team or no team from that college has ever done. So we'll go on. Kansas beat the Illini. Arizona beat Texas, and Marquette beat Syracuse, which I don't get why everybody was so surprised. Marquette was a mismatch for Syracuse, so we'll see. But I'm going to start off with quarterback on the draft. And obviously it's what everybody continues to say as who the best quarterback is in the draft, in Blaine Gabbert. What I've seen from him is that he has a very strong arm. He's mechanically sound. He's an impressive mid-range thrower. He'll hit you dead on the numbers and really keep you in your stride as you catch the ball, so you don't get hit as hard as you probably should be in the middle of the field. My next one is the linebackers. This is probably one of my favorite positions in the draft because there's a lot of great linebackers coming out, especially Von Miller from Texas A&M. He's kind of started to drop a little bit as a linebacker. However, I very much think that he's very good. There's actually going to be a lot more on Von Miller on March 26th. Today's the 23rd, so in 3 days there's going to be a lot more info that I'm going to give you guys on Von Miller, because he's turning 22 that day. So I figured, on his birthday, maybe we can do a little bit more of a person I think is going to be drafted in the top 5. He's very steady and he's consistent year in and year out. He's very consistent with how many how many tackles he had, how many solo tackles, how many sacks he had. So that shows a very good consistency that he's continuing to get better. However, He's making sure that his numbers stay similar. He's got a great work ethic. Coaches from his high school, from his college, have all came on and said that he will work for you night and day until he knows that the stuff that you want him to do is done. He runs a 4.5 40 time, which I think it was a 4.49 it was listed as, which is ridiculously good for a linebacker. They had him at defensive end in college, but he's going to be a great 3-4 outside linebacker, I believe. He's got enough speed to run with a wide receiver, which will normally be a 3 wide receiver, which depending upon the team aren't always the fastest, and he's definitely got enough speed to even keep up with some of the faster receivers. He's very mature for his age. He continues every year to get more mature in his game. So we'll just see how well he matures through the draft, you know. The person that I wanted to see the Eagles move up to get, which I don't know if it's going to happen, I mean, who knows what happens with this Kevin Colton trade, if it ever happens, is Patrick Peterson. He's got a fantastic eye for the ball. He's got great hands and he's physical. Some people even think that he could even be a wide receiver at this point. He's got great break speed, and he's also a return threat, which is great for the Eagles because we need a new returner. He was clocked unofficially at 4.36, I believe, but officially at the combine he was listed at a 4.34, which is a fantastic 40 time for a cornerback. He spots the ball and he's a big playmaker, so he's very physical as well. Nick Fairley, I put him on here because I do think that he has the raw talent and raw ability, but I think he is a lot like Albert Hainsworth, where he's going to get in a lot of trouble with doing things that his coaches don't want him to do, or just not doing them at all. He's a complete monster. I mean, he's relentless in the backfield. If he's on that ball and he sees the wide receiver or the quarterback just chilling back there, he's going to get back there and get him no matter what. A couple times I saw him hit the quarterback way after he threw the ball, and he didn't get a penalty, but you know, it's going to be enforced more in the NFL. He, like I said, he does have trouble with following rules, and he's also not. He doesn't have the best ball vision. He doesn't keep his eye on the ball as much as you'd want him to once he gets into the backfield. A lot of running backs were able to juke him enough that they could get 1 or 2 yards before he tripped him up. So I think he needs to balance that. One of my favorite wide receivers in college was A.J. Green. He was a fantastic wide receiver and somebody that I think the Eagles could even use, but there's a couple other teams ahead of him that I know need him very badly. A.J. Green's 40 time was a 4.47, 4.48, around there. He's 6'4" and about 210. I think it has him listed as 213. He's got fantastic hands a couple times in a few of his highlights for college scouts and stuff like that. He would catch the ball and just get totally rammed, and he was able to hold on to it. You know, it was literally right after he caught it. He didn't even have time to tuck it. He just, you know, grasped it with both hands and held on. He's got great break speed, which is fantastic for bigger receivers like himself, because then you can run him on that hook route, and you know that not only will he catch the ball, but he's also got a good enough way to turn around without and get some distance between the cornerback and himself to maybe continue the play. His routes are extremely crisp. He can take a hit and hold on. I already talked about that. He drives his feet for yardage. Even if he gets hit, he'll drive it to try to get that yardage, which is great for a possessional route or possessional runner to have, especially like third down running backs. So a third down receiver, that would be a fantastic stat for him to have. And I believe that his rookie year, he'd be perfect in a situational receiver type of form. So you know, leave your comments and tell me what you guys think about some of the players from the draft, and you know, give me maybe a few of the players to talk about. You know, I can do some digging and look them up, and if you have some questions about them, you know, just send me a message and I'll check them out. Next time I'm gonna do another wide receiver. I'm going to do a dark horse, and then I'm going to do an offensive lineman, running back, a defensive end, and a safety. Alright? And that's my show. Thank you guys for watching.